Hello, and welcome to my utter confusion. So today I'm going to be doing a review of the 1992 or 1993 film Love Bites, which is, and I'm very confused by this, apparently there is a 90s vampire film with Adam Ant in it, and I've never even heard of it. I don't know how this could have escaped me. I really like Adam Ant. If you don't know, he's from Adam and the Ants, a musical group. And the director was well known for having written a lot of episodes of Dark Shadows back in the 60s. So I don't know how, I've never heard of this movie. I watched it and I loved it. That's the review. Honestly, it's kind of middle ground. I thought it was very funny, but also a little messed up, which a lot of movies are. It's a vampire rom-com, so if that's something that sounds like you're interested in, you'll probably like it. If it's something you're up in the air about, you probably won't like it very much. Like I said, it's very middle of the road. So the movie begins off with, spoilers. So the movie begins with this character, Dwight Putnam, and he's asking a woman, Kendall, to marry him for, I think, the 10th time. And she finally agrees to marry him, but she's very kind of meh about it. Like, she's not really into it. And he is, but also, like, it doesn't work out, and he's not that upset over it. So, like, I don't know. Their relationship was a little weird, very lukewarm. That same night, Dwight goes home and Kendall goes to sleep. But as it would turn out, behind her fireplace is a secret crypt where Zachary Sims, the vampire of the film, played by Adam Ant, awakens after a century-long slumber, very Lestat style. And he goes up to Kendall's bedchambers and bites her. It's not that serious in this particular film how vampires are depicted. You know, just being bit by a vampire does not turn you into one. So not that big of a deal. However, it is because a scary man was just in her bed and she woke up and he was biting her and she defends herself. And then he just goes to sleep on her bed and she's like, I don't know what's happening, but realizes that he actually is telling the truth when he told her that he is a vampire. So once they realize like that's what's really happening, she ends up deciding to help him try to rehumanize, which in this mythology, a vampire can become human again if they just jumpstart their digestive system, but it does take about a year of eating normal, human foods and such like that. So they decide to do this together and live together while they're doing it. And during this year, Zachary and Kendall fall in love. Shocking. Also, there's a lot of shenanigans. Zachary is a very fun character. He keeps telling people he works at Haagen-Dazs, and he keeps asking Kendall, someone will ask him a question, and he'll ask Kendall, I don't know. Someone will say, where are you from? And then he'll look at her and goes, where am I from? So he just has, he's been asleep for 100 years, but he had, a 200 years before that of, having normal human contact with people. So you think he'd be a little better, but I guess he's just a little awkward bundle of vampire. I really liked it. But Kendall and Zachary getting together really upsets Dwight, and he hires a PI to investigate Zachary. And he also hires Zachary to work with him at his insurance firm. And that doesn't go so well for him because Zachary actually does a lot better than him at the firm, and he ends up getting promoted above him. But we'll come back to that later. So Zachary's ex-vampire lover / the woman who turned him into a vampire, Nerissa, shows up. And Nerissa is played by Michelle Forbes, who, if you are a fan of True Blood, you will know as Marianne. And my God, that woman has literally not aged and is so gorgeous. It's disturbing. It's not fair, actually, but whatever. Anyway, so Zachary stands up to her and refuses to, go back together with her, or he refuses to get back together with her, and that's really great. Sort of. We'll come back to that too. But in all this, Nerissa ends up eating. Well, yeah, she ends up meeting Dwight, and also she does bite him. And more shenanigans ensue, culminating in Zachary, like I said, getting promoted at the insurance firm over Dwight. Dwight gets bitten by Nerissa. Kendall is really upset with Zachary because he's basically turned into kind of a yuppie and he went totally corporate, and she misses the vampire that he was when she first met him. and she's not liking him as a human, which is so messed up. So Narissa and Dwight end up scheming to re-vampirize Zachary, and Kendall agrees with it. She's like, yeah, make him a vampire again. Because, like I said, she liked him better when he was a vampire, and that's so mean. Oh, and also she's pregnant, so this movie did it in an hour and a half, what it took Twilight like 4 books or 5 movies to do, and it did it way better. But anyway, moving on. So Zachary agrees to become a vampire again, and I just think this is so sad because he explains he originally became a vampire because he loved Narissa, and he spent like 200 years following her around before she left him to go hang out with politicians in DC. Then he spent 100 years so depressed that he was sleeping because he couldn't like deal with like the heartache, only to decide on his own to become a human again and fall in love with someone while he was on the journey to do that for himself. Only for her to be like, no, I like you as a vampire more. So he ends up having to become a vampire again by the woman who originally made him a vampire that broke his heart. And that's like really sad. That's so mean. This poor dude. He never really got to make any decisions like for himself. All these women keep making decisions for him about his life, or rather undead life. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of unfortunate. But he does get a kid out of it, which is what he always wanted. So I don't know, I guess that's a win, if you consider children a win. Anyway, yeah, I totally recommend this movie. It's on Tubi right now, which is one of my favorite apps because it's free and you can't beat free. And have a great day.